We live. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Just had to run to that store real quick. Y'all go ahead and start filling up in here, man. And I don't know why I haven't been doing live streams, bro. I like this shit. That shit cool. Like I said, on the way to goddamn go work out. I gotta do some errand running and shit like that. But I want to talk to the hood, man. What kind of questions y'all got, bro? Let's see, we got a few people in here. What it do? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Do It Jack. We in the mix. Live from life. All right, my boy Maz back in. Respect. A little bit, y'all. A 1,000 subscribers without videos challenge. Yo, that's an interesting ass fucking YouTube tag name, bro. You quit smoking, and how did you find your hustle? My boy Marquise Brown. Well, first of all, bro, I mean, I kind of talked about this a few times on other videos, but basically, man, I quit smoking once I realized that the shit was actually holding me back as opposed to being a beneficiary to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the mindset, bro. You quit smoking simply by doing a couple of things. First of all, if you got a sack, I always say this shit. You got a 3-5 or whatever it is, an eighth left in your sack. Just smoke the rest of the shit or give it away. Basically, what I'm saying is get rid of it. You don't want to be around the shit. If you know that you don't necessarily have the discipline to stop smoking, then what you need to do is remove yourself from environments that's going to cause you to smoke. You feel me? So, and how did I find my hustle? Actually, bro, I found my hustle by accident. I'm gonna tell you, I always knew that I wanted to be like an entrepreneur of some type. I always knew that I wanted to be my own boss. And actually, I started What's Your Hustle, right? What's Your Hustle is not what it is today when I first started it. What's Your Hustle was a platform for black business owners and minority business owners, to where I wanted to create a platform to where I can help them gain exposure. So it was What's Your Hustle. I used to do like interviews and shit with people. But with me learning how to do interviews, I had to get a fucking camera. And then once I got a camera, I had to learn how to use the fucking camera, then realize that I really liked it. And then What's Your Hustle ended up turning into what it is now, where it's about, I'm begging the question, bro, what's your hustle? Because if you ain't got no hustle, you can't answer that question, man. So that's what it's all about. That's how I found my hustle. It was really by accident. You feel me? Jack, you look homo in that glass. Hey, what's your name, bro? I gotta, they say you look homo. Hey, that's fucked up, bro. Nah, nigga, this is stylish, boy. You need to step your shit up, homie. My boy, Hollow Music, how old are you? I'm 27, bro. I'm still a young dude, but I ain't that young. That's why I say, like, you know what I'm saying? I done lived a little bit, because I know most of the people who watch this channel is, you know what I'm saying, younger homies. So I always want to be, if anything that I learned just from being out here and just moving around, I try to always bring it back to the younger people. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, man, growing up, I never had a big brother. You know, I always wanted somebody who was, because see, here's the thing, you need somebody that's kind of close in your age, not too old, because you don't want them to be out of whack with times, but somebody who is around your age, maybe 6-7 years older, to really show you and tell you a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that you shouldn't be just out here fucking around and finding out about yourself. Now, certain things, you don't really need somebody to tell you shit. Like, I don't need to know, I don't need somebody to tell me that jail ain't where it's at. Like, I just know that shit. My boy is 14. Hey, bro, you are ahead of the game, bro. You 14 and you in live streams like this, and you watching the type of content that I'm producing, the type of shit that I be spitting, bro, you are ahead of the game. Straight up. Young homies, see, that's what it's about, bro. It's all about, I'm telling you, bro, the young homies is what's fucking moving time forward, bro. And I always say, bro, if you young and you can find your grind and find your hustle early, bro, you gonna be a beast. Ain't nobody gonna be able to fuck with you. Nobody's gonna be able to. How is somebody gonna, when you got your skill set at a young age, when you get my age, is crazy. Antoine Jackson said, where you from, Jack? I was born in Florida. I was born in the city called Naples, Florida. Don't nobody know where the fuck Naples, Florida is. But I came to Atlanta when I was like 4 years old. A lot of people say I sometimes talk with like a northern accent. Now my father, that whole side of the family and everything. So working this 9 to 5 school grind. I do encourage people to go to school. You know, I went to school, I went to college. I'm thinking about probably going back. You know, school can't hurt you. I don't think it can hurt you. It can hurt you fucking financially. You fucking with them student loans and all that shit. But if you can find a way to keep them student loans low, I would say go to school, bro. You know, school. Look, I learned a lot of good shit in school. You know what I'm saying? Met a lot of cool people. And that shit does stimulate your mind, bro. You know, I can talk a little bit. You know, I got a way with words, I believe. And a lot of that comes from school. A lot of it comes from reading, man. So always educate yourself, even if it's not in school. Shit, get on YouTube, bro. YouTube is like the fucking the new school. You feel me? You can learn whatever you need to learn on YouTube. You just gotta find what it is that you passionate about learning. You feel me? D Rice, what's the best way to stay away from bad influence in the hood? Hey, that's a good fucking question, dog. I'm gonna tell you, hold on, before I answer that, D Rice, let me tell you why that's a good question. Sometimes, bro, cause look, I've been in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard to stay away from bad influence because it's like damn near everything around you is bad. So sometimes it's almost like, well, nigga, you gotta stay in the fucking house just to keep away from dumb shit. But what you do is you find what it is that you're passionate about and you spend your time doing that. So, I don't know, hypothetically speaking, you a music producer. You need to spend time working on your craft and not just locking yourself in a room, being in a box, but you find other people who have similar interests to you. Some of my best friends are people who we all have the same goals. I think it's so much easier to connect with other people. And I'm just answering your question about getting away from bad influence. Find people with like interests with you. Because like I said, some of my best friends are people who we all have the same goals and we want a lot of the same things. You know what I'm saying? So get with people who can be a positive influence on you. Don't be out in the streets like that. Look, this shit fun. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, you in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of shit in the hood is fun, but a lot of the fun ain't good fun. I don't even know if that shit makes sense what I just said. All fun ain't good fun. Just like they say all money ain't good money. So just try to stay focused and, man, find what it is that you really want to do, bro. Don't settle for your current situation. Look, any of us, bro, at any given time, I'm telling you, you make up your mind and say, fuck it. Oh, first of all, happy 4th of July to everybody if you celebrated. But what I was saying was, you don't have to be content in your situation, bro, your circumstance. You can change that shit, bro. If you in a city and your city whack as fuck, it ain't no opportunities in your city, bro, you might have to leave, bro. Oh, Sean, drop the damn phone. You might have to leave. You might have to, you know what I'm saying, go to a neighboring city where there's more opportunity, more people for you to mingle with. Don't just be stuck where you at. You don't have to be there, bro. And that's just like me. That's just like y'all. Sometimes we're in jobs and shit we're doing where we don't have to do it. Sometimes it might be our, you know what I'm saying, our best option at the time, but you always have a choice to really improve upon shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to settle for bullshit. You don't have to settle for nothing in life. You don't have to settle for fucking bad clothes, bad breath, bad weight, you know what I'm saying? Chicks who ain't acting right. You ain't gotta settle for none of that shit. Your job, your boss, he talking to you sideways. You ain't gotta settle for that shit, bruh. Like I say, a lot of y'all really, bruh, are bosses. You just don't know it. Like I thought I was a boss at a real early age, but still I'm not exactly where I know I can be. You feel me? So you don't have to settle for shit, bro. Fuck all that, bro. You here for a very short amount of time, bro. And when you here, man, you gotta try to take advantage of this shit, because I mean, none of us asked to be here, but since we are here, it's, you know what I'm saying, try to make the best of the shit, bro. Straight up. Shout out to Antoine Jackson. What did it say? My boy Mario Constantino said, Jack, I wish I had a big homie like you when I was back in high school, so I could have my focus on schoolwork. I'm 3 years out of high school. Yeah, see, that's what and look, bro, again, a lot of us don't exactly have big homies around. Cause that shit is, go back, I watched this movie, I made a video, my bad. I think it was called Where Have All the Real Homies Went? And basically what I was trying to break down was there was a point in time where if you a young homie coming up in your neighborhood, it was always like some older dudes or some shit, some even older women sometimes, who will really tell you about, you know what I'm saying, how to move out here and shit. But that shit is like gone. You feel me? Like that shit doesn't even exist, seems like, no more. It's nobody out here who would just willingly take you under your wing, or take you under their wing and just really teach you shit. A lot of times older people are really threatened by younger folks, meaning sometimes older people don't want to give you a lot of game because they don't want you to do better than them. And that's fucked up. Like, I just feel like as an older dude, you should want the younger homies to be better than you. You feel me? I felt like if I had to do a jack around when I was 18, bruh, who just knows? My boy E-Noble1, that's true. Like the Nipsey Hussle situation. There you go, bruh. There you go. That's right, my nigga. Real OGs give guidance and don't hate. What, hating for what, bruh? Like, why? I never understood that, dog. Like, why somebody would want to hate. And, bruh, I'm gonna tell you straight up. If I see a nigga getting money, if I see he on a grind, I want to fuck with you more. I got more respect for you. But you know, a lot of people, they see you on the grind, they see you doing your things, and they don't like that. Because it's an insecurity, man. You feel me? A lot of times people can't take the fact that you're doing what they want to do. You feel me? And it makes them feel lesser, you know, it hurts their self-esteem. Because they want to do the shit, but they ain't got the courage. They ain't bold like you. They ain't got the energy, the motivation, the drive, the ambition. You feel me? Music, respect to you, bruh. But yeah, bro, you know, I spoke on the Nipsey Hussle shit. And look, back to what D Rice was saying about how you know what I'm saying, avoid bad influence in the hood. Look, sometimes, bro, once you get your shit right, sometimes you just have to leave the hood. But you don't leave the hood for good. You come back. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle just got caught in a situation where it was just a little dirty, dusty nigga. You feel me? Some shit you just can't account for, bruh. You know what I'm saying? At any given time, I'm driving this car right now and I'm talking to the hood. Motherfucker goddamn hit me from the side or some shit, you know what I'm saying, and break my leg. You never know, bro. Some things you can't always account for. Some things you just can't get away from. Some shit just happens, but for those instances of shit that happens, you gotta make sure that you're able to bounce back. Razlikin, only drama and negativity. What you mean by that? Nick T said, should I strive to stay in my hometown or should I try to get out? Well, it depends, bro. What is your situation in your hometown? Is there opportunity for you to get money? What's your market like? What's your hustle? What is it that you doing? Like, in your hometown, I mean, is motherfuckers breaking bread? I mean, what's going on? Is niggas shooting shit up, acting crazy? It just depends on your situation. Always want the best for yourself, bro. It doesn't matter if you in the hood. Look, you can be in the hood and live a good life. The hood ain't all bad. Just like anything, it's not all bad and nothing is always all good. Feel me? Just like when you meet that new chick, bro, shit be all good. You be like, hold up, bro. this shit's a little bit too good. Sometimes that's true. There's nothing that is all good, nothing is all bad. The hood is not all bad, bro. It's a lot of people who came up and was bred in the hood, you know what I'm saying? That's why you hear a lot of these rappers kind of like glorify their hood and shit. It's not necessarily that they love the fact that they ain't have shit and they barefooted as fuck. It's more so that the hood is what grounded them, is what taught them the principles, it's what made them tough. You got what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times you will hear these rappers shout out the hood and all that shit. My boy Shogun's gas. People see success and just hate. They don't see the hard work it took that person to get there. That's true. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people want a finished product, bruh. I mean, think about this. When you go to a fucking restaurant, and this may not be the best analogy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You don't give a fuck about the process it took them to make that cheeseburger and french fries. Nigga, I want my food in 2 minutes. And if it ain't here, I'm gonna be upset. The same thing with people. People don't want to necessarily, it's like, hey, you know, I'm here now. People like finished products. Because when you're a finished product, you're proven. You feel me? A lot of us are works in progress. And nothing's wrong with being a work in progress. You got what I'm saying? But as you're working on shit, you have to still be able to show and prove that you're making progress. You feel me? Right. That's true. People wondering why they don't be in a long relationship because the mindset. Well, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the hood, man. Keep them comments rolling, man. Ask questions.